This is about to be very controversial, but do not spend red coins on the 8-year anniversary banners. But first, it is time for the subscriber challenge. Now I want you guys to either pick heads or tails. If you win, then you win, fair play. But if you lose, then you have to subscribe because that is the challenge. So pick right now, 3, 2, 1, go, heads or tails. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be heads. So if you pick tails, you lose, and if you lose, you have to subscribe because that is the challenge. Now immediately, you guys might be thinking, wait, don't spend red coins, but Cooler's gonna be on these banners, and Cooler's a top 5 unit. And to that I would say, yes, I would agree. Cooler is certainly top 5 right now, but by the end of the anniversary, this guy is going to be on the lower end of the top 10 LRs in the game. And the reason I say that is because right now, there's 3 units in the game that are comfortably better. CARNIVAL Goku, LR Trunks and Vegeta, and Piccolo. Those 3 units, in my opinion, are comfortably better than this guy. And in the anniversary, we're going to get 2 Dokkan Fest LRs, and we're going to get 2 CARNIVAL LRs. In which case, all 4 of them have a very good chance of being better than this Cooler. So now we have those 4 units. We've got the 3 units that we already talked about. That's 7 units. So Cooler won't even be top 7. It's more than likely Cooler will be pushing the bottom half of the top 10 by the end of the anniversary. And then when you factor in LR Gogeta Blue, LR Vegeta Blue, and any other LR EZAs, like those EZAs could also be better than this guy. So it's entirely possible, unlikely to be fair, but it's entirely possible that this guy won't even be top 10 by the end of the anniversary. And now what I'm saying is, I recommend that people only buy with their coins top 5 units, in my opinion. And there is one exception to this, and that one exception is that, let's say there's a unit in the game that you're just a big fan of, then I would say go for it. You can buy that unit. If you're a big fan of this Cooler, I'd be like, yeah, fair enough, purchase the Cooler. But in reality, not only will this guy barely be top 10, you would much rather get defensive units with coins than offensive units. And the reason I say that is because it would be a much better investment. And the reason buying a defensive unit is a much better investment is because defensive units to this day always age better than offensive units. In other words, Cooler is not going to age as well as a defensive unit. And the example I would give is LR Trunks and Vegeta. This unit has the potential to age well for a long time to come. And the reason for that is because defensively he's really good, stacking defense, slot 1 guarding, he's got a decent active skill. On top of that, he's got an incredibly good leader skill. He's got a very strong link set. Leader skill specifically, bro, if you want to argue it's the best in the game, you got every Trunks, pretty much every Vegeta, if not most Vegetas, every Goku, Gohan, you have all those units, every single one of them on this team. And that makes this team incredibly well. And because they're all Saiyans, they're going to link very well together for the most part. Which is why this team is easily one of the best in the game. If you want to argue it's the very best, honestly I'd be like, yeah, fair enough. And the thing with this guy is that after the anniversary, you will only have to wait 2 months to be able to purchase this Trunks and Vegeta. Literally only 2 months after the anniversary, we're going to get the Saiyan Day banner. And on the Saiyan Day banner, the Tanabata units usually return. So as you can see, this right here is the Saiyan Day banner from last year. And on this banner, the Tech Gogeta returned. So in place of this guy, this year it's fair to expect LR Trunks and Vegeta to be on this banner. In fact, I would go as far as to say there is a 99% chance that Trunks and Vegeta will be on this banner on both Global and JP at the same time. And speaking of Global, if you're on Global by the way, and you're waiting for the anniversary 6 months from now, bro, buying Cooler will be even less worth it. Don't get me wrong, he'll still be one of the best units in the game, but at that point I would be like, yeah, definitely don't use your coins on this guy. But even if you're on JP right now, even then I would say don't use red coins on this unit, as good as he is. And I know this will be extremely controversial, but I just would not do it. One very important thing to keep in mind is that literally after the anniversary, 2 months later, as we discussed, this guy will be on a banner. But then 1 month after this guy, so 3 months after the anniversary, it's extremely possible that Piccolo returns on a banner alongside the Gohan. You might be thinking, there's no way that that's going to happen. This soon they're going to return, there's no way. And actually I would say there's a very good chance that you are right. But my reasoning as to why this guy could return, I've talked about this in a previous video. And that is because on the Golden Week banner, last year and the year before that, the New Year units returned on these banners. And this year, the New Year units were Piccolo and Gohan. So in place of Kid Buu, it's fair to expect Piccolo and Gohan on these 2 banners on the Dual Dokkan Fest. Now of course, this time it's different. This time their LRs are not just TURs, and because of that they could change it. But assuming they keep it the same, it could definitely be worth picking up Piccolo with your coins. But that is a risk. I would say it's probably worth just getting Trunks and Vegeta with your coins if you don't have him, rather than risking it and waiting 1 month for Piccolo. And the thing is though, even compared to the Piccolo, don't get me wrong, Piccolo is comfortably better than Trunks and Vegeta, and if we knew for a fact he was returning, I'd be like, yeah, 100% just save for this guy. But the fact is, we're not 100% sure. It is a risk. And in that case, I would say it's not the worst thing ever to get this guy with your coins. And the reason I'm saying that is because his leader skill is so good. If you're a veteran player, if you're a new player, you have every Trunks on the team, every Gohan, every Goten, pretty much every Goku, almost every Vegeta. But this team is one of the best teams in the game. If you want to argue it is number one, I'd be like, fair enough, this is that good. And as we said with the Piccolo, if we knew he was returning, he is the number one pick for your coins, alongside Trunks and Vegeta right up there with the Piccolo. But I'd say Piccolo is number one. But also, you might think, what about the Gohan? And honestly, I don't think the Gohan is worth your coins. He's not a top 10 unit, let's be honest here. And the reason he's not top 10 is not because he doesn't have that potential. But the reason is, he's too inconsistent. But this guy, he was supposed to be the best in the game, and he was supposed to be Miss Gohan. It's not fair. Why is it always Gohan that gets shafted? Anyway, point is, don't get this guy with coins, in my opinion. If you want to, go for it, but in general, I would say don't get this guy with coins. But the thing is, this guy will be the best unit to get with your coins on the anniversary banners. And if you're not going to get this guy, none of the other units are probably worth it either. Because this guy is the best out of all of them. If you're going to get any of the units on the banners, then this guy would be the best one to get. This Goku and Vegeta will also return on these banners. Forget after the anniversary. Before the anniversary, this unit is not even top 10. It's a good unit, don't get me wrong, but it's not top 10. Definitely not worth your coins, in my opinion. Same for the LR. To be fair, the LR cards are really good, even better than this guy. They're on par with the cooler, in my opinion. And again, I would not recommend that you get these guys with coins, although because these guys got so much help. Like, I wouldn't even blame you if you got this. To be fair, I've got a bias towards this unit because I'm just a big fan of it. I've used it so much. It's got so much usability. But again, I definitely would not recommend you get this guy with coins. Even though his leader skill is really good, arguably the best in the game. A movie heroes is insanely good, and even then, I would not recommend you get this guy with coins. Because after the anniversary, there's a very good chance this guy won't even be top 10. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Either way, I would not recommend you get this guy with coins. I would recommend that you guys save. And by the way, if you do get this guy with coins, it's not the worst thing ever. Same for cooler. Like, they are good pickups, but at the same time, defensive units age better than offensive units, and you would rather get defensive units like the Piccolo and the Trunks and Vegeta. But the thing with the Piccolo is that not only is he defensive, he is also offensive, and he also has the best active skill in the game. So honestly, he is the number one pick if he does return that quick. And even if he doesn't, even if we have to wait for a while yet, he is still going to be a top 5 unit more than likely for a long time to come. I definitely don't recommend that you get this guy. If you're going to get one of the two out of these two, then the LR Gods are the much better pick. Cooler is an even better pick, but out of these two, the LR Gods are a much better pick. And you might say the kits are so similar that they're the same unit pretty much. And with that, I would agree to an extent, but the reason I would say this guy is just way better is because this guy got so much help. The new LR Gohan, the new AGL Gogeta EZA, and by Gohan I mean the AGL one, the one that just got his EZA, Tech Carnival Goku, the STR Carnival Goku, LR Trunks and Vegeta, all of these units help this guy tremendously. Whereas with this guy, he got no help whatsoever, which is why the LR Gods are just comfortably better. The truth, if you're watching, my boy, you need to start separating these two. The truth, for me, my boy, for me, in your next tier list, just separate these guys. Even if it's only one slot apart, please, my boy, the truth, please separate them, because you can't put them together. My boy, truth, please, please, please. Also, I don't recommend that you guys get the Goku and Gohan or the AGL Cell with your coins. I mean, with this Goku and Gohan, in my opinion, I think they're underrated. I've got a bias towards them, but in reality, they're not a top 10 unit by any means. They're not even a top 10 TUR, more than likely. Even though I have a bias towards the unit, even I am saying don't get this unit with your coins. He's just not good enough in his base form. In Super Saiyan 2, bro, he's one of the best in the game to this day. But in Super Saiyan, bro, he's not doing it. I don't recommend him. I mean, he can be good with the stunning, with the dodging, and the leader skill is pretty decent as well. But I definitely do not recommend that you guys get this guy with coins. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do subscribe, especially if you failed the challenge, because that is the challenge. We're trying to get to 500 subs before the anniversary. Going to be very unlikely, but we are very ambitious around here. Also, do like and do comment, letting me know what you think about what I said in this video. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Either way, let me know. And with that said, I will see you guys next time.